Square Enix may finally be making a little progress. Welcome to A Cow's Opinion on this day. I am so happy that my congestion, cold, whatever the hell I had, is allowing me to do this stuff. Again, it makes me happy. But today, in video game news that we actually care about, Square Enix has reassigned Yu Miyake to the company's mobile games following a lot of delays with Dragon Quest. We're going to look at that today. So, Yu was a director of the board from back in 1992. He's been with the company a long time and had been the guy overseeing Dragon Quest for a long time, but now he's been moved to mobile games. And they're talking about how people like Yosuke Sato, who is the producer for the Nier series, is a very strong candidate to replace him as the lead producer. Now, if you don't know why this is happening, or why it matters, Dragon Quest is a massive franchise. It's even... Guys, I know when we think JRPG is the gold standard here, apologize because I'm using a lozenge right now for my sore throat. But when we think of JRPGs, we think Final Fantasy is the big... No, in Japan, it's Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is the blonde cheerleader on prom night. That's the one they all love. They don't even release the games on work days anymore because it's like Halo. People will call in sick. Dragon Quest was first released in 1986. And the art style is from Akira Toriyama. Yes, the rest in peace creator and lead force behind Dragon Ball. And as of June of last year, they've sold over 88 million units in the franchise through all games. They've probably hit 90 by now. The reason why we're talking about this today is because during the 35th anniversary for Dragon Quest, back in 2021, that's right, 3 years ago, they announced 5 new titles, including the 12th game of the series. So, Dragon Quest XII, The Flames of Fate, would introduce some changes to the franchise's turn-based system. What changes? We don't know. Be darker in tone. If you don't know, there's already some decently dark Dragon Quest games. And have a simultaneous worldwide release, said series creator Yuji Horii at the time. Now, Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, very fun game, came out back in 2017. So the fact that they announced 4 years later, hey, here's the next one, was really cool. But here's the thing. You've probably heard me complaining on other videos too. Dragon Quest XII is very far behind. They're having problems with that story and how to make it a little different. Not to mention another big Dragon Quest title, the remake of Dragon Quest III, was announced there, and it's been 3 years. And we barely have any video, any screenshots, any news on this. These projects are way far behind. It's become a little embarrassing for the Japanese publisher. Now, Miyake's reassignment is apparently, according to Bloomberg, part of a wider reshuffle to make Square Enix less reliant on external resources to focus more on AAA games internally. So what Square Enix would do is you would have the top people in the company and in charge of each game be Square Enix, but you would outsource like programming and other things so you can make more games. But they're having problems with quality and making deadlines that way. It's finally caught up to them, and Square Enix is like, no, this is bad. And it is bad. The fact that they announced Dragon Quest XII and Remake 3 back in 2021, it's 2024 right now, it's April of 2024, we have seen nothing of Dragon Quest XII except for a teaser. You don't know anything about it. You've seen... Maybe there exists 5 minutes of footage and a couple of dozen screenshots across 3 years of the 3 remake. This is not good. This is not good for the series. So recently, Square Enix promoted a new group of creators to executive officers who carry out decisions made by the board and are responsible for specific parts of the company, like, say, the guy in charge of our Dragon Quest. They're trying to get it done. This includes the director of Final Fantasy Rebirth, Hamagachi, and Asano, who is the producer of the Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default. So basically, like, look, we got to get some new blood in here. We've got to get this stuff fixed because the fans are not getting Dragon Quest. We had the Dragon Quest Monsters thing, which is cool. But right now, think about, especially with things like Unicorn Overlord recently hitting 500,000 in sales, which is really good for a new game with there's no built-in franchise and fans for Unicorn Overlord to stand on. So the fact that that kind of strategy RPG, that other turn-based RPGs are doing well, that Square Enix is realizing, oh, they do actually want these types of games. We don't need to make just action RPGs and other massive AAA games. We can make other games. And Dragon Quest, which should be one of the leaders in these turn-based games, these dungeon crawlers, these traditional RPGs that people are buying more and more of, actually, is probably years behind schedule, is embarrassing for them. And I should have said this at the beginning of the post. This is Tom Ivan. Thank you so much. So now they're shaking it up, and they're trying to get new blood in charge of the biggest franchises to see if they can get these guys back on track. I, for one, love Dragon Quest. I hope that we'll get to play it soon. I wouldn't count on it, though, because I'm guessing there's a lot of delays built into these things. So, guys, are you looking forward to Dragon Quest? Have you been playing RPGs and strategy games more and been like, this is great, but where is the Final Fantasy Tactics stuff, and where's the Dragon Quest stuff, and where's my turn-based and dungeon-crawling RPGs? And are you disappointed in this, or do you think that this is going to help? Let me know in the comments below. And you can always do it. I can't say it loud because my throat is so, but you can play more games. Because games are awesome, you're awesome, and you deserve awesome. I'll see you soon.